Find the greatest digit which makes the statement true. 3 goes evenly into blank 7, 9. So in order for 3 to divide evenly into a number, you need to be able to add up the digits here, here, and here, and that number needs to be divisible by 3. Okay, so first thing we'll do is add the 7 and the 9 together, and that will give us 16. Okay, so what's a number that we could add to 16 to make it divisible by 3? Well, we could add a 2, right? 2 plus 16 would give us 18. Okay, so that's a number that would work. And then you could add another 3 onto that. So 5. 5 plus 16 would give us 21. And add another 3 onto that would be an 8. 8 plus 16 gives us 24, which is also divisible by 3. And that's the biggest single digit. 9 wouldn't work. 9 would give us 25. So we're going to say that this number is 8. Okay, so another way to figure that out quickly is you can take the 16, divide it by 3, which would give us 5 with a remainder of 1. And then you could look and see this 1 here. What's the biggest number that we could add to that 1 that would make it divisible by 3? It's the same process. Maybe start with the biggest number. So start with 9. So 9 plus 1, that would be 10. Is that divisible by 3? No. Let's try 8. 8 plus 1 is 9. That does work. So plus 8 equals 9. So this is the number we're looking for. Okay, let's do another one. So what about 9 divides evenly into blank 8932? Okay, so for this one, if an integer is divisible by 9, the sum of the digits is also divisible by 9. Okay, so it's pretty much the same thing as 3. So we add these together, we get 8 plus 9 plus 3 plus 2, which gives us 22. Okay, so 22 divided by 9 goes in there twice, giving us 18, remainder of 4. Okay, so what number can we add to 4 such that we get a number that's divisible by 9 or 9 itself? Well, 5 is the biggest digit that we can add because 4 plus 5 equals 9. Okay, so we know that our answer here is 5. In order to make this number divisible by 9, we have to put a 5 there. So 58,932 is divisible evenly by 9. Okay, let's do another one. Say we have 11 divides evenly into this number, 2, 4, blank, 2. Okay, so in order for 11 to divide evenly into a number, you have to add up the even digits and the odd digits and then subtract, and that number needs to be divisible by 11. Okay, so if we add up the even digits are this one, or actually this one and this one, and the odd digits are this one and this one. And it doesn't matter which you subtract from which, just subtract the bigger one, or the smaller one from the bigger one. So we have 4 plus 2 equals 6, and we have 2 plus, well, nothing right now, but it will be something, equals 2. Now, if we subtract those, we get 4, right? Subtract those two, you get 4. Okay, so since we got 4, what do we need to add right here to this number to make this result equal to a number that's divisible by 11? So you could put as big a number as you want there. We can only put up to a 9. Let's say we put a 9. Let's see if that would work. Okay, so it would be 4 plus 2 equals 6, and then we're doing 9. So 2 plus 9 equals 11. Now if you did 11 minus 6, is that divisible by 11? Well, it's not. Okay, so you may be thinking, okay, well, it's not possible. But then remember that 0 is divisible by 11. Okay, 0 is divisible by everything because it's 0. So if we can somehow make this number, instead of choosing a big number here, to make it as big as possible, but still not big enough to be, 11, we could just pick a number that makes this 6, because 6 minus 6 is 0. Okay, so let me erase this and choose a number here. What number do we need to add right here to make 6 minus 6 equals 0? Well, 4. So we say that's a 4, and then 6 minus 6 equals 0. And since 11 goes into 0 evenly, then we know our number that we're looking for here is 4. Okay. Let's do one with 5. 5 is a pretty easy one. So 5 goes evenly into this number, 4, 7, 8 blank. 4, 7, 8 blank. Okay, remember that in order for 5 to go evenly into a number, it has to end in either a 0 or a 5. Okay, so we have those two options for this last number. Do we want to put a 0 here or a 5? Well, remember, we're looking for the greatest number that we can have, and 5 is bigger than 0, so this one's pretty easy. It's 5. You put a 5 at the end, it's divisible by 5. If you put a 0 at the end, it's also divisible by 5, but this one's bigger, so this is our answer. Okay. Let's do 6. Let's say 6 divides evenly into 2 blank 5 4. So 6 is divisible, or a number is divisible evenly by 6 if it's divisible by both 2 and 3. Okay, we can see immediately that this number is divisible by 2 because it's got a 4 at the end. It's an even number. So it's definitely divisible by 2, but is it divisible by 3? Well, we did that earlier, how to find if you're divisible by 3. You remember, you add up the digits, and that number has to be divisible by 3. So we're basically doing the same thing we did the first time. Okay, so we add up 2 plus 5 plus 4, and that gives us 11. Okay, so what's the biggest number, biggest single digit we can add to that to make this number, instead of 11, to make it a number that's divisible by 3? Well, what about 9? If we add 9 to 11, that gives us 20. So if we do plus 9, that's 20. 20 is not divisible by 3, right? So let's back up and say 8. Would that work? That'd give us 19. That doesn't work. 7. So plus 7, that gives us 18. 18 is divisible by 3. So we know that that works. I don't want to circle that. What I want to circle is this number, because that's the number that goes here. Okay. All right, one more. Let's do 8 divides evenly into this number. Okay. Now remember that if a number is divisible by 8, then the last 3 digits have to be divisible by 8. Okay, the last 3 digits, not the sum of the last 3 digits, but actually the last 3 digits. So the last 3 digits of this are 0, so we don't care about it, and 9 blank. So since we don't care about the 0, it's 90 something, right? It's 90 something since the last 3 digits have to be divisible by 8. So 90 what? What's the biggest number with a 9 in the front? What's the biggest number we can put right here that makes 8 go into it? Okay, well, you could start with like 99. That one's not divisible by 8. 98, 97, 96. You could look at those. We know that 8 times 12, if you remember your multiplication tables, we know that 8 times 12 is equal to 96. Okay, so that's going to be our answer. Okay, so because if you add another 8 to that, you're more than 90. If you subtract an 8 from 96, you're less than 90. So 96 is the number that we're trying to get, which means that we need to put what in this place? What right there? And we will put a 6. Okay, so sorry about the scribbles. Let me get rid of that. 6. Okay, so if you want to confirm, just divide 1096 by 8, and it works. And that's it.